Andrew here. It's raining really, really bad.
It's raining cats and dogs and men.
We're about to go see the Patsy.
Starring David Greenspan.
It's a double feature, like the old movies.
Yeah.
The Patsy, which is a comedy written in 1925. Usually it's a three-act piece, and David has whittled it down to an hour and a half.
He plays all like 18 characters.
Yeah.
David Greenspan is the Lost of theater.
And
it's so moist over here.
Well, after that, it's Jonas, which is a piece that he wrote. It's a piece that he wrote in which he plays three characters: himself, a character that he's played before in another play, and the character that they think he's playing. It's really heady, crazy stuff. We'll see at the intermission. I'm going to show you this rain, so we're not lying. So we just got out of the first part of the two-part series.
And the first part, of course, encompassed 3 acts and an entire play.
I'm kind of speechless at his performance.
David Greenspan is a national treasure.
It's magical. It is absolutely magical. I've never seen anyone with the talent and the timing and the presence that he has.
Yeah, and he has presence enough for every actor on stage because he is every actor on stage. There's a tradition of one-person shows which are very personal. They're like big picture, like ethical, moral dilemma, cultural, whatnot, but in through a very personal lens. This is almost the opposite of that. It's a one-person show that's very broad and almost like universal and meta in its appeal.
He's actually mesmerizing to watch. He can change characters on a dime. The plot is thin, paper thin.
It's thin, but it's folded on top of itself. It's also kind of like watching an entire Garrison Keillor show performed live in front of you by one person.
He has an economy of gesture and speech and emotion that every single thing he does is jammed-packed on so many different layers.
With level and meaning and nuance. You're flabbergasted.
I know. So we just got on part 2, which is called Jonas, and it's a narrative of a character that he played in another play, and what that character imagines
in their daydreams, and what he imagines the character imagines.
Super meta.
It's acting about acting. It's the meat and potato to the amuse-bouche of Patsy.
This is a pretty heady show. It's pretty meta.
And we've been vomited out onto the street, this street life of the mundane and everyday, and people lining up to go into Applebee's.
I say green light for both shows.
I gotta say yellow light for the second half, only because I just think that as much as somebody who's interested and involved in theater will be with it, it might just not hold water for somebody who isn't actually involved.
But for the whole show? For both? For both, green.
Because green for the first.
I know, there we go, I gotcha. David Greenspan and Patsy and Jonas. And there's the poster right there.
Yeah.
But look at what we're talking about.